Hi, third graders. We're continuing the puppy place. We are at the middle of page 113, and Charles is still hoping for a home for Freckles, and also a friendship. He still wants, the lamb to have a friendship with Freckles. So see how this goes. Okay, Charles shrugged. So maybe Dancing Steve wants a dog. He went to pick up a platter of deviled eggs to carry through the crowd, weaving this way and that until he was standing next to the man with the beard. You must be Paul's son, said Dancing Steve, sticking out his hand for a shake. I hear you did a great job taking care of Chloe's lamb. Thanks, said Charles. Egg? He held up the platter, and Dancing Steve helped himself. Charles decided to get right to the point. Did you know that Freckles needs a home? He asked, pointing to the happy pup. At that moment, Freckles was playing with a dog who had a thick brown and black coat. Adelaide said you might be interested. Dancing Steve watched the dogs play. Well, if I wanted to have two dogs, I might be, he said. He seems to get along well with June. He nodded at the brown and black dog. That's my dog, June. But I've got a busy life, so I'm a one-dog man. He smiled apologetically. Sorry, he said. Keep trying. There are lots of dog lovers here. He pointed Charles to a couple named Eric and Patty. Eric and Patty pointed to Carl and Tracy. Tracy pointed to Jake. Jake pointed to Danny and Mary. Danny pointed to David. David pointed to Elsa. Nobody wanted a dog. By the time the party wound down and the last guest headed up the trail, Charles was tired and discouraged. You okay? Steve asked as they carried dirty dishes into the cabin. I know you'll miss Fluffy. Chloe had taken the lamb home with her, and Charles already did miss him. He missed watching him jump around. He missed giving him bottles. He even missed changing his diaper. He could tell that Freckles missed his friend. The white pup lay on the bed near the wood stove, his chin on his paws. Charles shrugged. I do miss Fluffy, but it's not just that. I asked pretty much every one of the guests today whether they'd like to adopt Freckles, and I still haven't found a forever home, he said. Steve put down a pile of dishes and wiped his hands on a dish towel. You didn't ask me, he said. Charles stared at him. Because you don't want a dog, he said. I mean, that's what everybody says anyway. Well, it's true. I don't just want any dog, said Steve. But sometimes the right dog just happens to come along. A smart dog, a loving dog, a helpful dog, a brave and independent dog, a good dog. When Freckles heard the words good dog, he jumped up and trotted over to Steve. He leaned against Steve's leg and gazed up at him, wagging his tail. That's me. I'm a good dog. Steve gazed back at Freckles and scratched the top of the puppy's head. That's right, he said. You really are a good dog. So how would you like to be my dog? That's great. He's going to have a home. We stop there on page 117. We're almost finished, boys and girls. Thank you so much for listening and take care.